Hi, my name is Avi Graber. I'm a field applications engineer with Amphenol. I've been here for about 9 months now. Ever since then, pretty much since the beginning of my tenure, I got tasked with building this thing that we kind of informally call the demonstration chassis. This is a non-functional demo, meaning that this is not electrically powered up. The purpose of this is just to provide a visual demonstration or idea of what Amphenol as a company can provide, both with our products and manufacturing, but also with our design capabilities and the fact that we're able to provide custom solutions to customers. We roughly divided this based on business units. So we have a lot of different business units within Amphenol. The first is high-speed I/O. I/O just standing for input-output, referring to stimuli from the system that's either coming into the server or out of the server. We call each of these horizontal cards are line cards, which is mimicking like what they actually are in systems. Back here, we've got what are called the fabric cards. So we'll just take this a piece at a time. For high-speed I/O, a lot of this board is kind of showing off what we call our overpass solutions. That means that one of the big problems that we often see, especially nowadays with the higher data rates, is lots of losses with traces in the board. The way to circumvent this, at least right now in the industry, is to go over to cabled solutions, often with twin acts, because there's a lot less losses. So you can cover the same distance, but with greater signal integrity. With that, we have a number of external I/O options. We have OSFP, QSFP DD, QSFP, SFP. We also show right here a belly-to-belly configuration. We have a variety of fixtures that are coming into and out of the box. So we've got our transceivers here. We've got loopbacks for diagnostic and testing purposes. We also have, on here, we have a couple of cables. One is an active optical cable, another is a direct attached copper cable, both pushing the highest speeds in the industry. And we're constantly in development for new cables in that regard. As far as the overpass solutions themselves, going to the near chip options, we offer a number of different configurations with diff pairs, protocols, different cable lengths, different speeds, etc. Some of our products, to name a few that we've got in here, we've got Micro Linkover, Dense Link, which are both new Amphenol products and are still in development. We've released them, but we're continuing to refine them and improve them even further, especially as we get more feedback from customers during their early advent, if you will. A couple others that we have in there that are a little bit more long-standing are MCIO and Flash. Moving on to, I guess the next place we can go is just take it line card by line card. All of these have what's called like a universal backplane. The usefulness of that as far as future demonstration chassis, because we want to keep these updated as Amphenol continues to update its product portfolio. The advantage of that is that if we change any of these on the front end or the middle end of the line cards, we can just pull them out, put a new product on, but since the backplane is universal, we can just interchange them very easily. It makes it easy to upgrade. On the backplane, we have mostly our Paladin and XMAX backplane products. Paladin is fantastic, but one of the major complaints that we've seen from customers in the first few years of its release was the size, and thus to compensate for that, we came out with Paladin HD, which is roughly half the size, but still pushing the same data rate with even greater signal integrity performance, and that's shown on every line card. We also have XMAX and XMAX 2, which are able to accomplish a lot of the same data rate requirements, but are also a little bit more cost feasible for customers that aren't looking to go with the premier Paladin product line. Moving forward, so that kind of takes care of the HSIO line card. Moving forward or downward per se, we've got each of these line cards, so I'm actually going to pull them out just to showcase like what these will look like, because they're not easily visible within the demonstration chassis. So within SSIO, we've got a number of different products. Again, the universal backplane, which is going to be the same for all of them. With the SSIO, that stands for server storage IO. So these are going to be any types of connectors that are facilitating storage and anything that, like whether it's going to be RAM or, so like short-term memory, long-term memory, these are going to be your connectors or products of choice. We have M.2 connectors, PCIe, supporting a multitude of different protocols and also different storage requirements as far as size. And moving forward, We have the Paladin XMAX line cards. We have in traditional backplane applications with the higher speeds, we're getting too many losses. Signal integrity starts to become unapproachable to the point that you can't actually make out what the signal is anymore. To circumvent this, we've largely gone to cable backplane orientations. I'm going to rotate this so that that is easily visible. So instead of relying on PCB traces to transfer that data, we're actually using twin-ax cable instead. And again, that allows us to get through the same amount of distance of data transfer, but also while maintaining proper signal integrity. And this is a cable backplane that is shown with the Paladin product line. Not shown is also the XMAX product line. So cable backplane is offered in both the Paladin and XMAX product lines. The other thing to show here though is, so we've got the Paladin HD going to this direct orthogonal configuration for this fabric card. But the other interesting thing here as well is the overpass configuration from the Paladin. So we've got a Paladin over here, Paladin cable header going to the micro link over. So this is just another example of showing how we can have a near chip solution within a direct orthogonal configuration. And again, this is really nice for circumventing that problem with PCB losses across the board, and instead going to cables to maintain higher signal integrity when you're getting to the really fast data rates. And now I'm going to disconnect this so I can actually show the Paladin XMAX line card. As said earlier, the Paladin XMAX products are on the backplane, but we also have mezzanine style products within XMAX and Paladin. We have Paladin Stacker and what's called XMez in a variety of heights and configurations, number of pairs, etc. And we also have off-the-card solutions too. So we've got coplanar and also an inverse coplanar here, shown both with Paladin and XMAX. Again, a variety of diff pairs available in those configurations. This fourth line card is for our business unit that we call Basics. Basics is kind of the hodgepodge business unit of Amphenol. They have a very, very large array of products. In fact, Basics has more components on the line card than any other line card, and the reason for that is the versatility and the massive breadth that Basics features within its product line. They have wire to board, board to board, lots of hybrid solutions, recently released like combo lock, which can accommodate both power and signal in one connector. So as you can see, tons on this board. Can't go through every single product because we don't have the time for that, but safe to say that if you have a need and don't know where to look, Basics is a good place to start. We have our commercial input-output line card. This is going to share a lot of similarities in product with HSIO. CMIO again also shines in its diversity, so we have card edge connectors featured here, MCIO, as well as like on the HSIO card, MCIO is one of our most popular, mini SAS, anything like that. Same thing with the universal backplane. There's also power options within commercial IO, so we've got micro power on here, mini power, and these can be very helpful within situations that maybe aren't requiring as demanding of power requirements as like what our power BU would help supply themselves. So if you're not looking for something like that, commercial input-output is going to be the place to go. I think that pretty much covers it. So we've got our line cards, our fabric cards, roughly divided by BU. I think the main thing here is that Amphenol already off the shelf has a lot of products that can meet a variety of needs, whether it be diff pairs, speed, size, density, doesn't matter. Amphenol is going to get it covered, and if we can't, our design team is flexible, they're adaptable, they're ready to listen to whatever your needs are. And as shown by overpass, cable backplane, all these that are highly, highly custom, we absolutely can and will be able to bend the things that are off the shelf in order to serve whatever it is that you need in your system.